On Monday night in Queens, Major League Soccer moved a step closer to a daunting task of constructing the first ever professional soccer-specific stadium inside the boroughs of New York City by passing Phase 2 of the city's URLUP, a 6-phase process that requires the league to get a vote of confidence from the community, the borough, the city, and the mayor. In Phase 2, New York City Football Club had to get approval from Queens Community Board 7, a district that governs the neighborhoods of Flushing, Bay Terrace, College Point, Whitestone, Malba, Murray Hill, Linden Hill, Beechhurst, Queensboro, and Willets Point. The latter is an area that the borough long wanted to revitalize. The stadium is part of an economic resurrection that includes the construction of 100% affordable housing, a new public school with the capacity of 650 seats, and the creation of 1,550 permanent jobs and 14,200 construction jobs. Next will be Phase 3, a meeting with Queensboro President Donovan Richards Jr., who made headlines back in October when he stated that he'll reject a stadium proposal if street vendors remain jobless in Corona Plaza. A month later, in November, New York City unveiled a new agreement to reinstate neighborhood street sellers in the central area of Corona, Queens. As per the press release, the city will provide permission to 14 vendors with the bulk specializing in cuisine to operate in Corona Plaza. The time frame for Phase 3 is within 30 days, so we could receive a word from President Richards sometime before New Year's Eve. The city of New York is expecting the overall new Willets Point neighborhood to generate $6.1 billion in economic activity in the coming years. The environmental community continues to maintain a powerful and significant foothold in the political landscape of Boston. During this time, they are instilling fear in the minds of legal authorities that a professional soccer stadium will pollute the Mystic River with waste that contains toxic substances, so causing the ecosystem to deteriorate. News from the summer of 2022 regarding the possibility of a New England Revolution stadium being built in Everett, a town that is located directly north of Boston, was brought back to life in November. This was due to the inclusion of legislation in the Senate version of a supplemental budget bill that was supposed to be decided by a conference committee last week. The legislation would have removed the defunct power plant from a designated port area, which is a zone that is essentially restricted to industrial uses. On Thursday, the Commonwealth Beacon reported that the soccer stadium legislation was not included in the spending bill. State Representative Aaron Mitch-Louise of Boston told reporters, "We still had a lot of unanswered questions about what impacts this was going to have from an environmental standpoint. There was a lot of confusion coming from the environmental groups. Some said they supported it, some said they were against it. I think we still have a lot of things to iron out, to flesh out." Also, 2 other major power brokers in Boston raised concern about a potential MLS stadium in the area. TD Garden, home of the Boston Celtics, raised concerns about potential competition for non-sporting entertainment events. And Boston Mayor Michelle Wu doesn't like the fact that she has been left out of the conversation. Even though the proposed location is in Everett, the property has a Boston address, which means Mayor Wu has jurisdiction for decision-making for that particular property in Everett. Representative Mitch-Louise said this doesn't mean the city is rejecting Major League Soccer. They just want more time to talk and plan, for they believe that certain individuals are working behind closed doors to make this happen without much public discourse.
I done been before, I am so original. They keep on praying, I won't make it, that's something to fall. I done been before, I am so original. They keep on praying, I won't make it, that's something to fall. 10 to 4, 10 to 4.